about my bed bug story, my encounter with bed bugs. So, back in 2018, late 2018, early 2019, I encountered bed bugs. Now, mind you, the only thing I ever knew about bed bugs at that time was that saying that they said, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. That's all I knew about bed bugs at that time. One night, I had gotten by something. I was in my bed and I had gotten bit. And I didn't think nothing of it. When I got bit, I'm thinking that it was probably like a mosquito bite. So I got bit, thought nothing of it. But this bite, it just kept itching and itching and itching. Then I got bit again the next night. Same thing. And it just kept happening night after night. I think like 3 nights straight. Then not only were the bites itching, they turned into big knots and they were on the back of my neck. These knots, they turned into knots and they was itching real bad, and next thing you know my whole body started itching. And then I just kept getting bit. So now I'm like, what in the world is going on? What is biting me? So I started talking to people and everybody kept saying that I think you're getting bit by a spider. And spiders, like one of my worstest fears. I'm so terrified of spiders. So when they tell me I'm getting bit by a spider, I'm really scared now. And I'm like, well, spiders never been got in my bed or anything before. So how would I be getting bit by spiders? But it got to the point where I just kept getting bit and I kept itching. I went to the emergency room because I'm like, at this point, I was just like losing my mind. And now I'm yelling at my two of my sons were living with me at the time, my oldest and my youngest. And I'm like losing my mind. I'm asking them, are they getting bit by something? Have they seen a particular, any kind of bug that they never seen before? Everything. And they're telling me no. Then they looking at me and they act like, they like, Ma, what is wrong with you? Are you, you getting bit by a bug? And I'm like, something is biting me. Hello. Hello to you. Is it Joe and Salink? Good evening or morning, whatever time of day it is in your part of the world. Good day to you. I'm speaking about my encounter with bed bugs. So I'm going to start back off where I stopped. So my sons, I'm asking my sons, are you guys getting bit by something? And have you seen any kind of strange bug? Because every year I always seen a different kind of bug in my house, whether it be ants one year, whether it be spiders one year, whether it be uh, centipedes, whether it be a different kind of spider, whatever. So I'm thinking some kind of bug is in here now and I'm getting bit by it. And they saying they're not getting bit. So after 2 or 3 days, it's like I'm like really going crazy now. I am losing my mind. I'm fussing at them. I'm telling them to look at your beds, look at the this, do this. Something is biting me, and why is it only biting me? And one day I noticed. I looked up at my ceiling, and I seen this little bug. It looked brown. I seen this little bug crawling across the ceiling. I didn't think anything of it because it's a little tiny, tiny bug. So I didn't think anything of it. What I did was I got some bug spray, Raid, and I sprayed it, killed it, and got it off the ceiling and put it in the trash. Well, I flush it down the toilet. I flush everything that's flushable, and never thought about it again. So the bites did not stop. I just kept getting bit after bite after bite. I am scratching and scratching and scratching and scratching. My skin is peeling. These knots are getting bigger. They're bleeding. Little teeny pus coming out. So I went to the ER. I go to the ER with them, hoping they could tell me what type of bug this may be. Only thing they told me is, yes, it's definitely an insect bite. That's it. They gave me some hydrocortisone cream. That's it. They sent me home. Go home, still getting bit. Now I'm scared to go to sleep. I'm not sleeping anymore. I bought a flashlight. I'm like flashing a light across my bed all the time. I mean, like, I was just sick. I was out. I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. So now, oh, this was back in 2018-19. This is not now. I'm just telling my story. But once I started doing that, I just got to a point where I have to start researching. I have to find out what this is that's biting me. I can't live like this. So I started researching very, very little information. Of course, we all mainly go to YouTube or Google when we're trying to find out something. To be honest, have you ever in your lifetime let it go? Okay, so after I went to YouTube, it was not a lot of information on YouTube about bed bugs. It was not. And I went to Google and I just kept digging and kept digging and kept digging. And I kept telling about my symptoms, what I had. And then something came up and said it could be a bed bug. When I thought about bed bugs, I'm like, bed bugs? I said, them things are real? They really exist? I thought that was like just a saying that people say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. But come to find out it was real. Then I started looking them up and started seeing pictures of them. And I remember that the bug that I seen, it kind of did similar. It was similar to that. And I'm like, oh my God, I have bed bugs. How did I get bed bugs? Where did they come from? Then I started researching, how you can get bed bugs, how you can come across them. And one thing I can say, you probably will never know where you get them from. If you get them, you probably will never know where they came from. It's a possibility you can pinpoint, but you can get them from anywhere, and anybody can bring them in, even you. They can come through the walls, the outlets, and through the outlets, they can come through the smallest crack in the wall, the smallest crack in the floor. You can be on a bus, you can be on a train, you can be in an Uber, you can be at work, you can be at a restaurant, you can be anywhere, at the airport, hotel, you can get them from anywhere. So it's going to be hard to say where they came from. Once you get them, you just got to jump into action. So once I realized that it was a bed bug, I said, let me call a pest control company. Let me see if I can get a free estimate so I can know what this really is. I said, because I can't take the bites anymore. Okay, I get on the phone, and I couldn't remember the name at one point, but it was Terminix. I called Terminix, and they said, yep, they did for inspection, so they sent someone out. The young man that came out did nothing. He had a LED flashlight. He shined it up at the curtain at my bedroom window. He shined up at the curtain. After that, he came to my bed and shined it like he didn't even lift the sheet or nothing, but he just shined it at the corner of the foot of my bed and said, you don't have bed bugs. And I just looked at him. I said, I don't have anything. He said, no, it's okay. And I escorted him. I said, you're about to leave? He said, yes, okay. And I escorted him to the door. When he left, my hopes of a pest control company helping me, it just went right. I walked right out the door with him. It was out the door with him. And I said, now I'm going to have to find out what's biting me, and I'm going to have to figure this out. The bites were so severe. That's all I did day and night. Research. Then I came across Diatomaceous Earth. I seen a lot of other products, but I don't know what it was about Diatomaceous Earth. When I got it, no, I think it was something on YouTube about Diatomaceous Earth, so I said I'm going to buy it. When I bought the Diatomaceous Earth, and I remember sitting on my couch, I was sitting on my sofa, because I know people say bed bugs only bite at night, and that's not true. They bite any time of the day or night when you're still. If you're still, they're going to bite. If you're moving around, no. But if you're still somewhere, you just sit, they're going to bite. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. So I was sitting on my sofa, and I was thinking, and I think I had a paper or something in my hand, and I felt something bite me on my back. I felt the bite. By the time I put my hand back there, I had 2 knots on my back that popped up just like that, because I'm highly sensitive, highly allergic to the bites. 2 big knots. So then I'm like rubbing my back, and now I'm looking across the couch. I grabbed a flashlight, because I'm like, this thing just bit me. So it's on my couch somewhere. Lo and behold, it's running across my couch. So of course I kill it, get rid of that. Now I'm like, oh my God. Now they're on the couch, they're in my bed. Where else are these things are in my house? So after going through, and I'm trying to make this as short as possible, but after going through all of that, I kind of pinpointed everything, and I kind of figured some things out. I learned how to kill them. I learned how to put the powder down properly. In the beginning, when we put the powder down, my whole house looked like it snowed in there. Powder was everywhere. My son was coughing up a storm, because if you don't know, A lot of people say that the powder is dangerous and it can kill you and this and that. I'm still living. I still use diatomaceous earth. But what I will say, it is a danger to breathing it in, just like household dust. If you breathe household dust in and letting it get in your lungs, you're going to be coughing, possibly have to go to the hospital. So, I'm going to go by. God bless you. Have a good day. You too as well. You're probably gone by now, but you have a good day as well. Okay, so my house was chalky. I really didn't care at that point. I just wanted the bugs gone. Then once I had the powder down, I started trying to pay attention to. No, no, no. This is before I bought the diatomaceous stuff. I'm sorry. I said I have to find out where the bugs coming from. Where did they come from? So I checked. I went to the first room in the house, which is in the back, my youngest son's room. I checked his room. I checked my other son's room. I checked my room. Three. There were three bed bugs on my youngest son's bed. And I had already had alcohol. I keep alcohol. So I said, go get the alcohol. Sprayed the alcohol, killed them instantly. Three bugs. When I looked at my bed and my son's bed, I didn't see any. I didn't see a trace of any, but I knew they were in my room because that's why I was getting bit. And then I realized they started in my son's room, however they got there, because I accused him. I said, either you or your friends brought these bugs in my house. I said, and your friends, nobody is allowed to come in our house anymore while we have these bugs. And I said, I'm not accusing anybody, but I don't want to spread the bugs to somebody else. We have them now, and I don't know who else may have them. But nobody is allowed to come in here because we have to get rid of the bugs so somebody else won't get them and take them with them, possibly bring them back to us and then spread them all over the place. So no company was allowed to come in. When my children came in from work or whatever, they had to take their clothes off at the door and put them in the bag, tie them up in the bag. I sealed everything. When I tell you I laid powder down everywhere, my whole house was covered. How long did it take me to stop getting bit? Because my sons were getting bit too, but they weren't sensitive to the bite, so they didn't think they were getting bit. Now one day I went in my son's room and I said, we need to flip all the beds upside down. We need to flip the furniture upside down. I need to look at the box springs under the bottom, and I need to examine the whole entire mattress. This is after I put the powder down. I found dead bugs in my youngest son's room, which is where they started. I found dead bugs under my oldest son's box spring. They were dead. The diatomaceous had already killed them. And I found dead bugs under my living room sofa. So I didn't find any bugs in my room. Once I put the powder down, like a week or so after, I stopped getting bit. I didn't see any traces of the bugs, but I made sure I kept powder down. When I got the diatomaceous earth, we started seeing the bugs in my son's room. They started coming up the wall because they were trying to get away from the powder. And the powder, what it does is it dries them completely out. They just turn into dust, into powder. So if they die and you see it, if you go to it, it's going to look like it's a live bug. But as soon as you try to grab it, it's going to turn into dust because it just dehydrates them. It turns into dust. So we seen them on the wall. And I looked, I said, well, this powder is working. I said, because we never seen these bugs before. They don't let you see them like that. So I told my son, I need you to catch a bug, catch a live bug, catch one that's active and running. Try to catch one that's active. He did. I put it in a jar. I had a little garlic powder jar, and I put it in the jar with some diatomaceous earth because I wanted to see how long it would take it to kill that bug. It took a couple of days, it was dead, but like the second day, it was barely moving. But by the third or fourth day, it was up on its back. So I knew the powder worked. And that's when I went and put it in closets. I put it like everywhere. It took, like I said, it took about a week, and I was not getting bit anymore. I never had got bit again after that, so I made sure I kept the powder down. I, in turn, started figuring out where they might have came from. In order for me to be comfortable to know that I was rid of those bed bugs, I ended up calling my rental office. I didn't call my rental office in the beginning because it wasn't about embarrassment. It was because I didn't want them to try to make it seem like I had bed bugs and spreading these bed bugs, all over the place. I just didn't want to hear the drama. So once I got rid of them, I called and said it then that I had these bugs in here. They're out of my place, but I need someone to come and make sure. I need a professional to come and make sure that they're gone. Lo and behold, my apartment complex has a bed bug fund. They have a bed bug fund. So they sent the man over. I thought I was going to have to pay them to send him over because every pest control company I called wanted to charge me $5,000, 3,000, anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 is what they wanted to charge me. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. And I had a free estimate, and the guy told me I didn't have them. No. So my apartment complex, again, like I said, they had a budget for bed bugs. Now, when if that told me that this is a thing around here, how do you have a budget for something that don't exist? When the man came in and I talked to him, I asked him some questions and things, and he said people in the building had bed bugs. And I'm like, they told us nothing. So now I'm convinced that these bed bugs came through my outlets. Of course, I put powder in every last outlet. I had a deep freezer. I put powder all up in the back of the deep freezer. When I tell you I powdered everything I did. But it wasn't like when I powdered it the first time where powder was everywhere. I learned how to put the powder down properly where it's not stained and it doesn't look like a pile of chalk all over the place. So when he came in, he did his inspection. I worked with him. He used Crossfire. Crossfire has two different ways to use it now. Back then, he had the Crossfire that once you mix it up, it was only good for 2 hours. And that's the one I have. I still have that same bottle of Crossfire from them years ago. I never opened it. But that Crossfire cost me $50, so I still have it. But he mixed it up and he sprayed the bottom of the bed of my son's room. He sprayed my both sons' room. He sprayed the furniture. And he said he really didn't have to do it because all the bed bugs was found one live bug in my son's room. And he found 1 or 2 live bugs in my living room. Everything else was clear. He said, but I do see dead bugs. He said, I see dead bugs. He said, so you did a good job of getting rid of these bugs. He said, because you only have 3 live bugs. Now, he said, I'll be back in 2 weeks or 1 week. Did he say 1? 1 week. He was going on vacation. He said, I'll be back to do another check to make sure you're clear. So I said, okay. He said, but rest assured that you're clear. He said, because this powder, you did a great job. He had something called Semexa. Semexa is another powder you can use. I used diatomaceous earth. He didn't put Semexa down, but he did spray the beds. And he said after 2 hours, whatever is left in here will be dead and you won't have a problem anymore. He said, anyway, they're going to be gone because you have powder everywhere. Now, mind you, when I put the powder down, that particular apartment that I was living in, that place was mice infested. I mean, at night, all you see is running to this corner, running to that corner, running around this, running around that. That's all you seen. We had so many glue traps out. These mice got the peanut butter, the cheese, the bologna, the whatever we put on the trap, they got it off and got off the trap. Them glue traps never caught a mice. But it caught a lot of bugs. It was whatever kind of spiders or silverfish, it caught all those bugs, but the mice, no. So I did notice sometime after putting the powder down and everything, I didn't see any more mice running. It didn't dawn on me at the time because my mind was so full of the bed bugs, but I didn't even see any more mice running. And I was like, well, did it kill them? And I'm like, no, because if it would have killed them, we would see them, they would be laying somewhere dead. We would see 1 or 2 because we had enough in there running around. Nope, it just ran them off. It ran them away. I guess there was so much powder down. And because when you use diatomaceous earth, you line up the corners of the wall. When mice run, they run along the corner of the wall. They always run that close to the wall. So I guess the powder kind of maybe if they breathed it in, I'm thinking the mice breathed it in when they're sniffing, and it got up in their nostrils and ran them out. That's the only thing I can think because I tell you, everything was gone out my house. After 2 weeks, the glue traps had no bugs at all. That glue trap used to always have bugs on it. It caught the bugs again, but not the mice. So everything left, the diatomaceous earth, excuse me, it ran everything out. When I tell you it ran everything out, it did. Now, he came back. Once he came back for that initial visit, he said, you're clear. He said, you're clear. He said, I want you to tell me what you did because I'm going to recommend this to your neighbors. He said, because I can't tell you the people in the building that have them, but I can tell you that they do. Excuse me. And he said, this has been going on for a while. He said, this is nothing that just started. It's been going on for a while. He said, I've been treating these apartments around here for a while for bed bugs. And I was so angry because I'm like, the way those bugs treated me, the way they carried me, other people who are sensitive to the bites like I am, that was horrible, horrible. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. And these little tiny bugs, people think, oh, this little bug is just a tiny bug. No, 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 no. This is a bug that will drive you completely insane, out of your mind, out of your mind. Why? Because when they bite, they don't stop. If they just bit you one time and kept it moving, yeah, but they bite and bite and bite and bite, and you itch and itch and itch and itch, and next thing you know, you're losing your mind. You're losing your mind. So once he told me that my house was clear and things like that, because I had wanted to move, but I said I can't move. I can't take these bugs. If I move, these bugs probably gonna go with me, and I don't want to take them with me and give them to somebody naked. We keep giving them back and forth to each other. And I waited till I got rid of them, and I did. So then I moved. But to say that everything, oh, another thing also, I put everything in bags. I put everything in bags. All the clothes, took all the clothes out of the closet, put everything in bags. I had a light infestation because I'm sensitive to the bites. I started getting bit very early, and I jumped into action very early. Some people don't realize they have bed bugs until the infestation is extreme. And this, okay, I put things in bags. I put everything in bags, tied them up. I took all the linen off all the beds, and I took it to the laundromat. I dried everything first. I dried everything on high heat, and then I washed it, and then I dried it again. Before I brought it back in the house, everything was tied up in bags. So my whole ordeal with the bed bugs was like, I'll say it wasn't even a month, but because the guy went on vacation and he came back and cleared it, I'll say it was over a month, the whole ordeal. But once I put the powder down, once I learned about diatomaceous earth, the bites stopped in like about a week. They stopped in like about a week. Once they get into the powder, it's going to kill them. It's going to kill them. They only way the powder won't kill them is if you clump that powder up. If you just put that powder down in big puffs or clumps, they'll walk right over top of it. But if you put it down, and you kind of brush it down in the carpet or whatever, and they walk through it, it's going to kill them. Once they get on them, it's going to dry them out. It's a bug. The bug don't know to shake the powder off or try to get the powder off. The powder is effective unless it's wet. If the powder gets wet, it will not work. Also, I would say if the powder gets dirty, clean it up and reapply it. I would say if you see a lot of bugs dead in it, clean it up and reapply it. But other than those three things, you can leave the powder down for a year. You can leave it down as long as you want to, as long as it's still there and it's not disturbed, wet, or a bunch of bugs in it. The powder will work. So my bed bug story. I just wanted to come and say people are saying what they're saying about diatomaceous earth, work. It's not this, it's not that. It works. It really does. It works. So it's a good product. Also, I did have a lot of videos up that help people. When I tell you I helped thousands of people get rid of bed bugs, I did. Most of my videos I took down. I took them down because now I've been doing this for years now, for some years. And I've actually turned this into a business. And I'm still helping people get rid of them. I do have ebooks, and to those of you who have been purchasing the ebooks, thank you. I appreciate it. Although I know you didn't do it just because of me, you're doing it for you. We're helping each other. Let's put it that way. I looked in today, and I looked in just to get some information and noticed that there are some good stuff like this. So thank you guys. And I do have, I know it's about 4 or 5 different ebooks. I even have something there that's free. a tracker. It's a bed bug tracker that I offer for free. I'm going to put the links to the ebooks and the tracker. I'm going to put it in the description for those of you. Now, one of them are 5 products that I suggest. Another one is hello, Kim Rand. Another one is a 3-step process that shows you how to clean your clothes, how to clean your furniture, and your bed, how to check your bed and things like that. One is like that, a 3-step process. I have a 4-week planner. It's like everything you basically need. Everything you basically need. Even if you were to get a professional to come out, I wouldn't say don't. It's to each individual. It's to each his own. But I would say, do you need one? I would say no, I didn't. Had I not went through the experiences that I went through, I would have had paid the money because I wouldn't have had a choice. I even joined Facebook groups. I've been like 5 Facebook groups. And the people scared me so bad in there. That's why I bought all of those products. They had me terrified up in there. Then they said you could never get rid of them. It was so much stuff being sent in the groups. I hurried up and counseled, got myself out of those groups. And I had no intentions on coming to YouTube, guys, to talk about bed bugs, but God put this on my heart. It's like when I tell you the nudge was nudging, I talk about these bugs. I just don't feel like hearing all this foolishness, crazy that people gonna say behind these bugs. But at some point, he like, do it, and I did it, and I've been here ever since doing it. Now it's time to take it to the next level, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But the 4-week planner is structured. It's structured. It's a structured 4-week timeline to clear action. It's clear action steps. It's step by step for each day. There's cleaning to stay on track with your routine, product and supply tracker to know exactly what you need and when, and inspection reminders, never miss a critical follow-up and checks, and the progress note sections for you to document your efforts and your results. Guys, these are things that's just simply needed. Again, this is not your. I will list again the books, the ebooks that I have, and you can go through. You can just look at the titles. I'm thinking about adding. I think I need to add some, like a description of what these books are, just like a description that I need to add with them. I don't know if I'm going to add the ebooks today. I may not because my computer has completely went crazy. I had to order another computer. I have a laptop coming tomorrow. So once the laptop comes tomorrow, I will add all of that to the description. Today, it'll just be this live. I'm coming, guys, trying to make these lives because these bugs are really spreading. It's an epidemic. Back in the 1950s, it was a terrible epidemic of bed bugs that I read about. I wasn't here in the 50s, so I can't say I know about it, but I read about it. And it seemed like what was happening in the 50s is happening now. Bed bugs been around for a long time. I read about, King Tut and all back in those days, how they dealt with bed bugs. They had them too. Bed bugs were called bat bugs at one time because it said that they originated from bats and they were in the caves with the bats. So they called them bat bugs. It's only when, I guess, the people started inhabiting the caves and living in the caves, once they came out the caves and came into the world, the bugs were with them. And I guess the bugs prefer more human blood. And that's when they changed the name from bat bugs to bed bugs. But don't be mistaken, they do bite animals. They bite out animals, cats, dogs. They will suck the blood if they don't have our blood. They will, because that's their survival. They can't survive without the blood, so they're gonna suck it. They're gonna suck the blood. So that's basically what I came to talk about. I just wanted to reiterate. I made a story about my bed bug story. That was my very, very, very first video. And every once in a while, I come back and reiterate on my encounter, just to let people know that I'm not just on YouTube, a person just talking about bed bug. trying to get views and all these things. I am a witness to this horrific experience. I'm a witness to these bites and how badly these bugs can just turn your life upside down. People who don't know about the bugs are not sensitive. They act like we being dramatic. And I understand that too, because you other people look at it like it's just a bug, but it's not. So if you have anybody in your family or know anybody with these bugs and they're coming to you and they're telling you something is biting them, please have a little sympathy for them. Have a lot of sympathy for them, because the bugs are not a joke. And I have a video here of my friend who encountered bed bugs. He's in Africa. He encountered bed bugs. And when he told me, the first thing he told me, I said, "Oh my God, you have bed bugs." I told him he was getting bit, and the person in his home, y'all, everybody, whoever in the house getting bit. He did not believe me at all. How about 3 days later, when we video chatted, I saw the arm, I saw the legs, I saw the everything. Now, even the private part. I ain't never heard them biting the private part, but they got his. And I'm like, OMG. Oh my gosh. He was ate up. They tore him up. Why? Because he didn't listen to me. He didn't get the powder. He didn't do nothing. He just laid there like a daggone piece of meat and let him come to dinner. Because that's what they did. They feast on him. They went to dinner. He had bites everywhere. Oh, and one of his legs is so bad that that coloring not gonna come back. They look like little white dots, like something been poking him. That color not coming back. Some of the other places, yeah, but not that. I said that's how your leg gonna look from here on out. And he said, from now on, whenever you tell me things, I am gonna listen. And this is like the third time he said, whenever you tell me something. He's rid of them now. I walked him through it. And put the powder down. And it's not died to make sure it was something else, but it was close enough. But it did the trick. And he had an infestation. When I tell you it wasn't small, it was big. He bought a bedroom set when he first moved in that place back in February. He bought, and I told him, when you buy the bedroom set, take that plastic off of your mattress, look down in that stuff, and he did not do it. He left that plastic on his mattress from February until, was it October? It was September or October. He left that plastic on the bed until he realized he was getting bit by something. When he first showed me the thing, it was like a blood fingerprint where he seen the bug and he just did it, smashed it like this, and it was a blood fingerprint. When I got him to take the plastic off the mattress, they were all in the mattress. It was a bad infestation. They were all on the top of the headboard. They were all down in the cracks and crevices. It was so many daggone bugs. I was itching. I'm like scratching and doing like this. I said, call me back, call me back, call me back, call me back. Just call me. Don't let me see. Don't call me on video chat. Call me on the voice chat. I'll tell you what to do. I cannot look at these bugs. They were everywhere. They were down on the floor. You seen a couple of them on the wall. There wasn't many on the wall. They was all on the bed, but they had started coming out. Why they start coming out? Because once he started putting the powder and stuff in, now they're trying to get away from it. Now these things are coming out. But when he got the bed, when he cleared the bed, when he flipped the bed up, you just seen them all under the bed running. You seen all the black spots and everything, and blood spots because they were sucking his blood. So guys, that's it. I just wanted to come and talk about my personal experience with bed bugs. If anyone have any questions, you can please ask them now. It seems like every time I get on my live, someone wants to call me. They wants to text me, are you busy? Obviously, I'm busy if I did not answer the phone, but yeah. So if no one has any questions, I'm going to end the live. But again, I wanted to come and just do this video. This is very important. For those of you who don't have bed bugs, I get it. I get it. But for those who do, I know you get it. My journey didn't last long because I jumped into action very quickly. But everything was over in a little over a month. But as far as the bites was over in like about a week. Once I put that powder down, I wasn't getting bit anymore. It was like maybe 4 or 5 days I was no longer getting bit. Yeah, from the first sighting, it was a little over through the whole entire thing because this is when I first was looking around my house. I was researching, trying to find out what it was. For the whole ordeal, it lasted over a month. When I say I jumped into action very quickly, that's exactly what I did. And that's what I always tell everybody else. When you, oh no, no, you should not have been battling that for no year. No. Yep, of course it's a nightmare. It truly is. And this is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. Even preventive measures, when you get rid of them, you still things you need to do because you can always get them again. I had them twice. The second time it was just one bug that somebody brought in here, and I know who brought the bug in. He know he brought it in because he was at somebody's house who I knew had the bugs. How did I know? Because when he described the house, I knew these people had bed bugs. But he brought that one in, got it killed, and I never had a problem again now. So, yeah, this is why I do what I do. You would definitely spend a lot of money. You would definitely spend a lot of money. You definitely will. You definitely will. And I mean, I have videos. I have videos, but I've taken most of my videos down. Like I said, I had over 100 videos, and I have helped thousands of people get rid of them. But at this point, this has become a part of my life now, and I have to at some point turn this. I had to at some point turn this into a business. You bought a silk chair at a high-end thrift store. Yeah, yeah. Well, even high-end hotels have them. You can go to a five-star hotel and get them, and it's not because the places are dirty or anything. It's because people donate good stuff, but they have bed bugs. Some people know they have the bugs and will still donate. Some people don't know they have it, but that's how they come. Some people have all these bugs and then they get rid of the stuff. They'll just take it to the thrift stores and that's it. Just like a lot of the thrift stores have them, but it's not because of the thrift stores. The people who bring in the stuff to the thrift stores, and they know that they in there, and now they scared to tell people because if they tell you that bed bugs in there, you're not gonna buy anything, and the store not gonna make any money. So we have to be careful and expect things. We can buy stuff out of a regular store. They got to just be a thrift store. It could be Walmart, any kind of store, and it can still have them. So it's the best thing to do is just get learn some awareness about these bugs in case you ever encounter them. Learn some awareness. But a year, I've actually spoke with someone on YouTube that had these bugs for 10 years. They said. I was like, I don't know how y'all did it. Yeah, they go on the wall. Yeah, that's why you have to put it in the outlets. You have to put the powder in the outlets as well. You have to put it everywhere, all over around the floors. One thing they don't do is just like run out in the opening. Bed bugs are not a bug that like to be seen. They always go across the corner lining of the wall. They get down to the floor and they'll try to go up under the carpet, like as far under the carpet as they can walking. That's where the powder is. You have to put the powder there in the furniture. You have to put in the cracks and crevices of your furniture. You have to. You don't have to use dye to make earth for your bed. There's other things you can use for the bed, like Crossfire, Eco Venture, different sprays that's like non-toxic, or they say it's non-toxic. But I wouldn't put anything on my pillows. I wouldn't put anything on the pillows. Yeah, I've had people telling me they were going to burn their house down. They were going to burn their house down and had to kind of really talk to these people and got them through it. I have a lot of beautiful success stories of people that has gotten rid of them through my methods. I think I made one or two videos of success stories, but I still get them all the time. I still get them. I mean, but you can go through my channel and you can see what videos are available. And I have a lot of lives. You can look at the titles of the lives and you just view what applies to you. And as far as my ebooks, if uh, Any of the ebooks have interest to you, you purchase the ebooks. The ebooks are very thorough. Yeah, well, I know for a lot of people it is. It's not embarrassing to me. I've never had a problem with talking to people about it. It's not embarrassing for me. And the reason it's not embarrassing for me because everybody who knows me know I keep a very clean home. That's one. So they can't say they came from dirt. Number two is who would ask for these bugs? Who would want these kind of bugs in their house? Who want any kind of bugs in their house? If you get a bug coming from just like roaches is curable. If you get roaches in your house, do people think you actually bought the roaches to yourself? You wanted them? If a bug is in your house, it came in the house some kind of way, and you didn't bring it in there intentionally. So I mean, I'm just one of those kind of people that I don't care about what people think. Because if I did, I would have never made my first video, but I understand how people feel. I do. I'm just one of those people who don't care about that. And for me, if other people was going through what I went through, oh no, I can't worry about other people. People need to know about these bugs. I needed to share the word like God was telling me to. I needed to do that, and that's why I'm still doing it. Yeah, but you definitely do you still have them? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since you've been rid of them. 2 weeks since what? Since you've seen a live one. Okay, all right. So have you watched any of my videos? Are you using any of my methods that you may have seen, or you have pest control, or you're doing things on your own? Okay. So it's been 2 weeks. So more than likely, when you get to the point where you're not getting bit anymore, that's what a definite sign that you don't have them anymore. But you don't take the powder up. You still leave that stuff down, let it stay there because you want to make sure. Yeah, Dr. Makes yourself in crossfire. And even though I never used Crossfire, all the research I've done on Crossfire is an excellent product. Yep, my steamer. And even if the steamer is not for the bed bugs, it's a sense of cleanliness for you when you feel like you've done with them, and then you can steam clean your bed before, and you can steam it after, just for our the mental that mental thing. Steam every bit of everything. Yep. And only thing once you steam, you just let it completely dry, because Dr. Matrix Earth does not work if it get wet. It will not work. You will not kill anything. But yep, steam it and let it dry completely, and then yeah, yep. Wash the bedding every other day. Yeah, in the beginning, you have to do what you got to do until you feel comfortable enough, because it takes a while to get that mental stability back. It's oh gosh, these bugs will drive you crazy. It takes a while to get it back, to get your mental back, because everything is a bug. As soon as you get bit, it's a bed bug. A mosquito bite, it's a bed bug. If you feel something crawling on, it's a bed bug. That's this after we dealt with that. After we deal with them for a while, but things will get back to normal. It'll get back to normal. Yeah, in time, in time. But I'm happy to hear that you got to see the videos, and that you are, yeah, you're going to be paranoid. I found one in my hair, and now I'm paranoid. Yeah, people ask me about that, and they can get into your hair. They will go into your hair, but they're not in your hair to try to hide or anything. They're not, but they anywhere where they can get blood, that's where they're going. So if you're laying on your head on the pillow and they're at the top of your headboard and they're coming and they're at your head, yeah, they bite wherever they can get blood from. But as far as nesting, looking for going to their head to look for a nest, no, they just want the blood. Now they can get tangled in your hair where they might can't get out, and you can feel it in your hair. And then you do like that, and one may come out. That could happen because you get your hair, you get tangled in the yeah. Because I was communicating with one young lady on YouTube, and she told me about the hair. I think somebody said about the wig in the wig. So yeah, these nothing to play with. And thank you guys, thank you everyone who liked the who thumbs up the live. I truly appreciate it. As everyone know or who don't know, when you thumbs it up, it YouTube will send it out to more and more people, so people could see it. I even have people advocating for it now. People who actually been through it and they're clear now from watching my videos. They share Diatomaceous Earth with people in the neighborhood, and they're advocates for it now. Because yeah, yes, it was tangled in my hair, and I could feel it struggling to get away. Yeah, yep. You're welcome, and I'm glad that the video or videos that you watch could help, and also that you have not seen any live ones. I'm very happy to hear that. And you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. So if anyone else have any questions, I'll stay for like another minute or two, and then I'm going to end the live. And the last thing, I pray that it come to a day where no one feels ashamed to even talk about the bugs. You have a blessed rest of your evening. But I do understand how everybody who feel like that. But I just pray that day come where everybody understand and realize that you didn't ask for them. However you got them, you did not ask for them. And I have more and more people talking about it now. And it's so many people talking about these bugs now, and it just warms my heart to see how many people are coming to the point where they don't care what people think. These bugs are they'll change your life. They will change your life. All right, everyone. Thank you to those of you who tuned in. Thank you to those who commented. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. I'll see you on the next slide.